all year long. How do you do with such a consistency with 34 as a mother, and you are your best as a PS. Explain how you did it.
I guess it's just hard work and being committed to the task and knowing that there is more that I can give. And once I have that belief, then I just continue to work hard and see where that takes me.
Vous êtes âgée de 34 ans, Elaine Frazier, vous êtes également maman depuis plusieurs années. Comment faites-vous pour garantir une telle constance dans vos performances? Mon secret, c'est de travailler très dur, de m'engager tous les jours pour fournir ces résultats, de croire en ma capacité et de travailler dur, et ça paye.
Elaine, Thompson era, congratulations for your amazing performances, not only Tokyo but everywhere. It's wonderful. It seems like women's sprint is now coming out of the shadow of the men's sprint. How do you see it like this? Because some women complained some years ago because of design mode and no recognition for women's performances. What do you have to say about this?
What's the question?
You are now in the spotlight as men more than men, maybe more than before. How do you react about this? What do you? Is it important for you?
It's amazing to be a part of the phenomenal sprint women and to be the most talked about this season. So it's a wonderful feeling.
Alors, la question concerne le fait que le sprint féminin est plus dans la lumière actuellement que le sprint masculin. Et Thompson répond que oui, c'est très agréable de courir dans ces conditions actuellement.
You said the world record is what now within your reach after your performance in Eugene. Within your reach this year?
Honestly, going to Prefontaine, there was no intention of breaking that world record. It was a normal work day for me, and I came out with a world and a PB after a Italian championship. So seeing that 10.54, definitely it is in my reach, but I wouldn't say it's a target right now, but on a perfect day and a perfect weather, if I get that, I would definitely challenge it. But if it doesn't happen this season, hopefully, I'm pretty close, so there's more work to go to that target. But if it doesn't happen this season, I'm fine with Canada right now.
Battre le record du monde cette année, bon, pourquoi pas, mais ce n'est pas un but directement. Cela dit, si les performances suivent et si les conditions sont absolument parfaites, pourquoi pas parler de mon résultat à Prefontaine où j'ai couru en 10,54. Je ne m'attendais pas à courir aussi vite, ce n'était pas un but en soi, mais c'est vrai que là je me rapproche beaucoup de ce record du monde.
One more question and afterwards I will open the floor for the questions. It will be full house, I guess. Tomorrow we have sold 12,500 tickets yesterday. The capacity is 13,000. How important is it for you to have a crowd behind you? Can you tell that something? Because it has been maybe a special year.
It is important to have crowd in the stands, even though, this year we didn't think we'd have crowd. Sorry, my apologies. But to have crowd here in Europe to support us to go to the line, I mean, that helps us sometimes because imagine you're in a stand, you hear their name called as a super athlete and don't get any crowd respond. That's kind of not a vibe for you to compete, but to have crowd out here now after a championship pushing you on, it's a good feeling.
Demain soir, on a invité complet à la comtesse, ce sera fantastique. On s'est habitué à courir avec peu de spectateurs ou pas de spectateurs, mais avoir des spectateurs qui vous encouragent, qui vous poussent à donner encore plus, évidemment, c'est génial à vivre et ce serait magnifique que ce soit le cas à nouveau demain soir.
Shally, maybe?
For me, I think great performances deserves great crowd, and I think the crowd definitely brings the energy when it comes to track and field. I don't want to participate in a stadium and it's just the seats. I want to see the fans, I want to hear the excitement, and I think they deserve it after having a year off of no competition. And I think when athletes were away last year, we definitely understood the importance of having that energy and that crowd presence. So I'm looking forward to having a full stadium.
Je me réjouis de voir ce stade plein demain soir parce que je pense que les grandes performances méritent de grands et de nombreux spectateurs. On s'est tous habitués à courir avec moins de spectateurs, mais moi personnellement courir devant des sièges vides, je trouve ça vraiment triste. Donc de savoir que le stade sera plein demain, ça me réjouit énormément. Je pense que tout le monde le mérite, tant les spectateurs que les athlètes, car nous avons tous vu combien il était difficile de courir devant les tribunes vides l'année dernière.
So now we will open the floor for your questions. Don't hesitate to raise your hands if you have anything to ask to our two judges.
Ciao. Good morning, I'm from Italy. Please tell us your relationship with Lignano Sabbiadoro, your training in Lignano. How is important for you this locality?
Well, I still train Lignano, we're not training partners anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I repeat the question in English for the live stream. It was about the relationship with Lignano Sabbiadoro and the whole team training in Italy. Et Eliane Thompson a juste répondu qu'elle ne s'entraînait plus ensemble.
More questions?
Question for Shally. You run your best race ever this season, and still, Elaine has been running even faster, and we know you aim to win. What are you going to do to beat her in the World Championships next year?
Well, next year is some time away, so you definitely have to get your off season, and no season is the same. So you just have to, appreciate the seasons that you have and continue to work on that. And for me, I definitely have not run my best race as yet, and I'm still working on different phases of the races, and hopefully I'll be able to put that together. I've always said, every time you step at the line, you want to win. That's the intention, that's the aim. You go out there, and to have women who will definitely bring it and will have fast times. I think that adds to the excitement, not only for the crowd but for you as an athlete, because it raises your game and it forces you to make sure that every time you step at the line, you're bringing your A game.
Do you feel that you can go out and do 10.5 now?
I hope so. I hope so, but definitely seeing women sprinting at the level that it's at is truly remarkable, and I'm glad that I'm able to be in that field and in the conversation, because I've been running for some years, and to see female sprinting finally being on top the way it should have been for years is truly remarkable, and it just speaks to the caliber of athletes that we have coming. And nobody, steps to the line showering you with flowers. Everybody's there to get it, and I'm excited for that.
And repeat the question for the live feed. Shally, this season you're running so strong, and yet Elaine is running even faster. So what to do to defeat her? And what about the 1050? Are they doable now? Et la réponse de Shally Frazier, en fait ma course parfaite n'est pas encore arrivée cette année. Je continue de travailler sur les différentes phases, et je ne pense qu'aucune n'a encore été réalisée de façon tout à fait parfaite. Bien sûr, lorsque vous allez au départ, vous voulez gagner, cela n'a pas changé pour moi. Maintenant, je dois dire qu'avoir des concurrentes comme Elaine et d'autres dans la course, c'est fantastique, tant pour les spectateurs que pour nous-mêmes, parce que ça nous pousse à vraiment faire encore mieux, à donner le meilleur de nous-mêmes, et c'est vraiment une super phase. Je suis très heureuse à mon âge de pouvoir encore faire partie de toutes ces courses à ce niveau-là, et c'est vraiment remarquable que le sprint féminin se porte aussi bien actuellement, et que la concurrence soit aussi vive et saine, et que les résultats soient aussi impressionnants. C'est magnifique.
Yes, please.
Well, Simon Turnbull, World Athletics website. Could I just ask you, at breakfast this morning, there was a rerun of the 2019 meeting in Losanna where Shally, you were thinking in 1074, which sort of a long, long way ahead of Dean Asher-Smith, which shows how much athletics has come on since then, especially your event. It also showed the men's 100 metres and very sadly showed Cameron Burrell in the race, who's now no longer with us, Cameron Burrell. Obviously, there was a 100-metre world record set here by his father, which is a little bit poignant, obviously. I just wondered what you thought about a world record has been set here, and also the fact that Cameron Burrell, Leroy's son, is no longer with us.
Yeah, I saw that news, and it's really sad. What happened to his son, and it was just yesterday we were actually watching it, and then we saw his world record race, and I just can imagine what he's going through, and I guess definitely send condolences to him and his family. I cannot imagine, begin to imagine what he's feeling. I can only empathize with him, and that's something that you never want to happen. And as an athlete, no matter where you are in the world, I think we're all connected because of what this work does for us and the connection that it gives us as athletes. So I'm really sorry about that. And as it relates to running the world record, Elaine is much, much closer than I am. So definitely it's good to be able to challenge a record that for women for a long time we thought was impossible. And it speaks to just the evolution of sprinting and what mechanics can do to sprinting and the different things that's involved in sprinting. So to be able to be in that conversation or to have that conversation is truly remarkable, and to see that I know Losanna has a very good track. I ran 10.7 here 2019, after coming off a plane, so I know it's a very good track. So hopefully tomorrow the ladies will have a superb race, and we'll see how it goes at the end.
Can I just ask, sorry, that you actually watched that Leroy Burrell race? Do you guys watch, obviously from someone of my age, we know all about history, and there when Flojo set a world record and things like that, but you guys actually watch these events?
The Flojo record?
Well, really, the Leroy Burrell race. You watch that?
Only if it's like shown. I wouldn't personally get up and go search to watch the race, but like we're in the dining room and it's being shown, and I think that's one of the things you appreciate with having meets like this, where they continue to show previous races or history that has been happening to me. Definitely put things into perspective for you as an athlete. So in terms of going back and watching, I wouldn't have gone back and watching the race, but yeah, it's good to actually see what has happened in previous years.
A quick summary. The question was one about your race in 2019 when you won in 10.74. We heard about this and how the sport has, or the women's sprint has evolved since then. And then please also a word about the passing of Cameron Burrell, the son of Leroy Burrell, whom, as you know, set a world record here in Lausanne in the 90s. Les nouvelles du décès du fils de Leroy Burrell sont dévastatrices et extrêmement triste, et donc nous envoyons nos condoléances à Leroy et à toute la famille de Cameron. C'est quelque chose de terrible, on aimerait que ça n'arrive jamais. Je pense qu'en tant qu'athlète, nous sommes tous connectés d'une façon ou d'une autre, parce que peu importe où on se trouve dans le monde, nous savons tous combien il est dur d'atteindre ce niveau, combien nous travaillons tous dur au quotidien. En ce qui concerne le record du monde dont vous parlez, donc celui de Leroy, et en ce qui concerne les femmes, je pense que Elaine est bien plus proche de le battre que moi. Mais le fait que nous parlions de ce record et que nous soyons dans ces eaux-là montre l'évolution magnifique du sprint féminin de ces dernières années. En ce qui me concerne, moi et ma course demain, je sais que la piste de Lausanne est extrêmement rapide, puisque la dernière fois j'avais fait les 10,74 littéralement en descendant de l'avion ou presque, donc c'est une magnifique piste et j'espère que toutes les femmes vont montrer une magnifique course demain. Et vous me demandiez encore si j'avais vu la course du record du monde de Leroy Burrell. Oui, je l'ai vu parce qu'on la voit ici à Lausanne. Maintenant, je ne vais pas chercher toutes les courses sur YouTube ou ailleurs. Par contre, quand on les voit comme ça, je les regarde bien sûr avec grand plaisir.
Next year I'm going to learn French. Just makes it easier.
Yes, please.
Question to Elaine about Flojo. What does she represent to you? her legacy?
I've normally watched her races and I see her mechanics was super good. How she ran her races, they were so easy and smooth. So I try to do pretty much the same as how she do, but I don't think I'm perfect yet, but I'm working on that. But she's a good inspiration to the sport. And a few years ago, the question was thrown to me if I think I can break that record, and I was like, no, it's not possible. My eyes is not on that right now. And for me to run a 10.54, that definitely in the reach. So therefore, showing me to show you that anything is possible. So yes, it is possible to break a flow to a record, and I would love to do that, of course. But it's someone that I always watch and get inspiration from.
Question for Elaine regarding flow. So what does she inspire to you? What does she represent to you? Eh bien, quand je vois les courses de Florence Griffith, je vois sa technique et son déroulé incroyable. C'est magnifique comme elle courait, donc j'essaie de l'imiter. Je ne suis pas encore parfaite, pas encore à son niveau technique, mais c'est vraiment une grande source d'inspiration. Par rapport à son record, si vous m'aviez posé la question il y a encore quelques années, j'aurais dit non, ce record est bien trop éloigné pour moi, il est impossible à battre. Maintenant, avec ma progression, avec mes 10,54, je me dis, tiens, je m'en rapproche. Finalement, tout est possible, pourquoi pas. Donc, c'est un record que j'adorerais battre, mais comme je l'ai dit avant, c'est vraiment une technique très, très inspirante et très impressionnante qu'il faut encore que je travaille à imiter.
One last question, and afterwards we'll go for one-to-one interviews shortly. Yes?
Yeah, a word about the conditions. The broadcast say it's going to be about 18 degrees Celsius, so 64, 65 at 9 o'clock on Thursday. It's on the broadcast, but is it a bit too cold maybe for one of those nights? Or how do you feel about it?
Well, I normally tell myself it doesn't matter the weather or the condition. If I'm here to do my job, that's my job. So tomorrow my job will speak for itself, and tomorrow speaks for itself pretty much, but whatever the condition is like, I'm still going there to compete and do my best.
Me, I don't like when it's cold, but if you have to run, you have to run. So you don't put it at the back of your head. We're from the tropical country of Jamaica, so we prefer it hot. And for some, hopefully tomorrow, so most times when you have the weather prediction, it doesn't go according to plan. So we're hoping that tomorrow is at 9 o'clock in the night, it's hot.
The one very last question.
Sorry, I have to repeat the question.
Okay, sorry.
Yes, okay. So the forecast for tomorrow is 20 degrees Celsius and 64, 65 Fahrenheit. Do you think that might be too cold? Elaine Thompson répond, peu importe le temps, je suis là pour faire mon travail, donc peu importe les conditions. Concernant Shally and Frazier Price, personnellement, je n'aime pas trop le froid. N'oubliez pas que nous venons des tropiques de la Jamaïque et donc nous préférons le chaud. Après, je dois dire qu'à chaque fois qu'il y a des prédictions météorologiques, elles ne s'avèrent pas toujours exactes. Donc, on verra bien.
Yes, one last question. What do you think, what's the impact of the new spikes on the evolution of the sun?
New spikes, what do you think the impact on the evolution?
The magic. Well, I'm sure Nike is the only company that has put into the technology as it relates to the spikes. And I've never counted out an athlete's work because it takes a lot of work, and I'm sure if I put the spikes on my son, he's not going to run any faster. So for me, it's a combination of so many things. That's what athletics is about. It's constant innovation, not just in product, but in the athletes and the work that they put in, and the time the coaches spend in perfecting that product, which is the athlete. So it's a combination of things. It's good to have the technology to meet the speed. Yeah, exactly.
Alors, vous parlez des pointes. Oui, je pense que Nike a les meilleures pointes et les pointes les plus rapides du moment est la pointe de la technologie. Maintenant, j'aime toujours rappeler que la performance est une combinaison entre l'innovation dans le produit, dans les pointes à proprement parler, mais aussi dans l'athlète, donc à savoir toute la préparation faite par les entraîneurs. Avoir des pointes rapides ne suffit pas, croyez-moi, si je les donne pour courir à mon fils, il n'ira pas plus vite qu'avec d'autres chaussures. Donc c'est vraiment cette innovation-là, mais c'est quelque chose que je trouve passionnant dans notre sport, d'avoir cette combinaison, cette évolution de l'innovation à tous les niveaux. Merci.
Thank you very much, Shally. Thank you. And I think television will be happy to have you for an interview. If you want to, please.